In our last video, I covered how to connect to your GCC High tenant using the Microsoft Graph PowerShell SDK. This has become critically important since Microsoft has deprecated the Azure AD and MSonline PowerShell modules. Today, we're going a bit deeper with a real challenge I had to recently overcome in a Microsoft 365 tenant. As part of a rollout, I had to bulk reset 250 temporary passwords to a customized value that included each staff member's employee number. There was no synchronization from local Active Directory to help, and now no MSonline PowerShell commandlets. Oh no! Hi again everyone, this is Brian Riley, one of the engineers here at LiftOff. In today's video, you'll learn how to bulk reset passwords using Microsoft Graph PowerShell. I'll show you how to do this in the GCC High and commercial clouds. Before we jump in, just a quick intro. I think you know us by now, but as a reminder, LiftOff helps organizations get started with their Microsoft 365. We specialize in licensing for the Microsoft Commercial Cloud, Government Community Cloud, and the GCC High. We can help you with your data migrations to the cloud and get you trained up on your Microsoft 365 tenant. Check us out at liftoffonline.com. Now, on to today's video. Okay, my goal is to bulk reset a bunch of Microsoft 365 user passwords to a temporary value that they can use to initially log into the system. Upon that first login, they will then create their own permanent password. The first step is to create a CSV file with two columns, one for the user principal name and one for the password. I've got 4 employees listed here in column A. Now, this is just a test environment, so in your environment, you might have dozens or even hundreds of users where bulk resetting the temporary password will be very helpful for you. In my password field, I've loaded in a temporary password that includes a symbol, a lowercase letter, an uppercase letter, and then a number, which happens to correspond to an employee number that each person has. Now, my goal here is to create a secure password, but also have something that's somewhat standardized so it's easy to communicate, but also has a unique value like this employee number here. So remember, I might have to communicate this to dozens or hundreds of users. I want to make it easy for myself to communicate what that temporary password is. This seems to be a really nice method for doing that. Once I've populated this CSV, I'm going to go ahead and save it. I'll click on File and then Save As. I want to make sure it's a comma delimited CSV. And I'm going to name my file M365 users pass, which will help me when I run my script here in a few minutes. And I'm also going to save it to the C temp folder. Next, I want to connect to my tenant using the Graph PowerShell module. I'll be connecting to my GCC High tenant with this command here. But notice I also have a connection command for the commercial and government community cloud here as well. I'll add these connection commands and the actual password reset script to this video's description. If you don't know how to connect to Microsoft 365 via the Graph PowerShell module, please find our most recent video where I detail all of the required steps to connect. Copy the connection command and launch PowerShell as an administrator. Paste in your connection command here, and you should be connected. Once connected, we're now ready to run the password reset script. Before we do that, just a couple things of note. First, notice that the CSV file path that I have listed here is exactly where I saved my CSV file earlier, ctemp. And notice my file name is the M365 users pass. Also, I am forcing a password change upon first login. This variable is true. Change all of these as appropriate for your environment. I'll go ahead and copy the script now. Back to PowerShell. And I can run the script. Looks like my password was updated for my 4 users. Now, if I want to test that this actually worked, I can go ahead and log in as one of my users. So let's see, I'll go ahead and choose Keller. There she is. Next. And the temporary password value. Looks like it worked. It's asking for more information. This will be MFA. So all of my users need to register and use MFA, and hopefully yours do as well. I'll go ahead and choose the Authenticator app method. Go to my phone to set up this account in my Authenticator app. Scan the QR code. Number matching. Next. Done. And now I can set my permanent password. And that's it. This user's all signed in. The bulk reset of all the passwords seems to have worked fine. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to this YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching.